it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 177, and it's Happy Valentine's Day. Whether you have a Valentine or you're spending your Valentine with me, I hope you have a great day. If you're catching this at a later time, I hope you had a great day. So thank you, friends, for coming and visiting with me again this week, and thank you, new friends, for checking me out. I hope you like what you see. Now, Valentine's has in my family always been a very special day. I'm popping a picture in here of my parents' wedding picture and their song from their wedding, which is a Beatles song. My parents met on a Valentine's Day dance in the 8th grade and have been together ever since then. My mother died just a few weeks short of them making their 50 years of being married. But it's just always been a day that they celebrate. My father always got my mom a bunch of red roses, and we're just happy. I mean, you know, it's a marriage, so there's ups and downs, but I always remember Valentine's Day being with roses for my mom and love and all that. So here's to you, Mom and Dad. All right, so, but we're gonna move on to stitching. I wanna mention in my description box below, I have a link for my Happy Mail form. My February cards have already mailed out, but please, if you would like to receive a random Happy Mail, fill that link out in the description box below. I did have a friend mention this to me this week. She watches on television and doesn't get into that. You can shoot me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com and I'll fill it out for you and get you added to the Happy Mail list. I just use that list to randomly send out cards to people that watch. You can get a little bit of love in the mail too. So there's a few other links and sometimes other information in my description box if you would like to check that out. Now, and at janetjabber@gmail.com is how you can get me information on to be included in my featured friends link. So our featured friend this week is Gina. I'm going to pop several pictures in here in regards to ornaments, and she calls them plaques that she made. She does a seasonal plaque. She has magnets on them so that she can switch them out. The seasonal ornaments, she gives them to her family members every year, and it's just how she uses her decor. I do the same thing, Gina, as far as magnets and switching things in and out. So thank you very much for sharing your stitching. They were so beautiful. I need to get onto my Mill Hill little ornaments and get them finished, but lovely stitching, and thank you so much for taking the time to share. This is a section that everybody loves, where they see other people stitching. It gives variety, and sometimes it shows other ways to fully finish it. You do not have to have it fully finished in order to share it with me. We just love sharing the goodness around here. So we'll move on to my giveaways from last week. I have this pile over here is so curious that it could just we could lose it. My giveaway winners for last week for number 1 was Sharon Williams. Sharon Williams, I believe I have your information. And number 2 is Kathy Deal. Kathy Deal. Hopefully I spelled your names here, but Kathy, I feel like I may have yours, but send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com to get me your information, and I will get that mailed out to you. Thank you very much for participating in that, and we'll have another giveaway probably next week. I'm trying to do every other just to keep things flowing. But thank you. So I do have one piece of information. My notes are going to be a little scattered this week, but I kind of was just jotting them down. So I had a comment on a video 2 videos ago from Bonnie from Chattanooga. I've already sent a message out to Missy Bonnie, so we're waiting to hear back from her. But this is so funny. So if you watch Pam and Steph, they do a hashtag. Y'all are yelling at me if you watch them, where they hook up 2 friends. So Bonnie reached out to me because she lives in the same town as one of my featured friends from a couple weeks ago, and she's trying to connect and see if she can get in contact with a local stitcher. So that's kind of cool, but I'm checking on it, Bonnie. We're gonna move into my stitching now. What do I have finished for this week? I actually have 2 finishes, a lot of whips to share, 2 planned new starts. It's a whole thing, so let's dig in. My first finish that I have here is another stocking. It's my February stocking from Blackbird Designs. Love is in the air. This one is the violet, February's violet one of the thing. So there's 3 stockings in here. So I did this one, And this is what it looks like. Oh, look, I got that board to help and I didn't even get it out. So this is what it looks like. I had trouble with this in the sense that, if you've ever stitched with Gas old purple paint, it can be a beast. So it was like, mine was super duper brown, so it worked out. So there's 3 different colors of a purple shade in the violets because, you know, it's just how they did it. And look, that sun hit me. I do love how it turned out, and I'm thankful I pushed on through and found the perfect colors in order to do that. So that is a finish. My second finish, I knew that I would be coming at you with this one. This is the Tiny Modernist, the Season to Sparkle, and I got that finish. So to bring it in, I had the ornament left to finish, and there's some back stitching in there. And I had to fill in the middle band and do the back stitching on there and the little top to the ornament. So that is my Festive Friday stitch. So we'll see what I am going to be coming out and adding to that this week. I've had thoughts, but I've not been moving along on it. So my next section we're going to go into is my whips. I am so proud to report to you that my Mirabilia Winter Queen is completely done with all the stitching, and they whisper thread. So I am ready to do chronic back stitching and beads, and bead oh bead is there to go. This is where she's at. Oh. This will be my first time doing some beading to where it's like dangly, for lack of better words. There's spots where you make a bead thing and it'll hang. So that'll be a new challenge for me. But we'll see where I can get to her by the time I come back to you next week for bringing in the Chronic, which is detailing and back stitching and beads. So cross my fingers. This is kind of a busy week for me, but I stitch on her every single day. So whatever progress I get done is hopefully pushing me in the right, it will be pushing me in the right direction. So my next piece is I stitch a thread a day on it. And the one I'm doing right now is Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I did look up and find, and she's a new Flosstuber-ish. She's been doing it since right before Hurricane Ina. So she's, or however you say that, down in Florida. The Fancy Filled Flamingo is the one that did the conversion on this to where she added some green. So if you want to find a new Flosstuber, go give her a check out also. And I like it so much better with the green. There is where I'm at, about halfway through my Tiny Town. And this is stitched on a Grace Notes fabric. I'm reading upside down, almond milk, 32 count. I love that green. It makes it feel more like a real town. So that was kind of fun to make that change. Oh, and the green that I chose, because I didn't know that when I talked to you last, the green that I chose was Gassed Green Apple is what I chose for that. So very cool. I gotta stop saying all the time. My next stitch, I had a goal to get 1,500 stitches in this in the month of February, and then 1,500 in the month of March, so that I'm ready for Spring and Stars Hollow, which is a huge, it's a retreat, at home retreat, digital retreat, that's the word, from the Black Needle Society. So this is the Summer and Stars Hollow that I've been working on, and this is where I got at too. So to bring it in, so what you're seeing here is Autumn and Stars Hollow, Summer and Stars Hollow, Spring will go over here, Winter will go over here when that comes to. But so this year is, in April, is Spring and Stars Hollow. So I have everything done. That big thing right there is the Jeep, and that's about 1,300 and some stitches. But I finished off the guitar, the stoplight, the ice cream bowl, and then the beautiful, this is daffodil color, which is a very good variegation, I like anyway, around the edges. So that's where I'm at with Summer and Stars Hollow. This light keeps catching me. This also was a Harry Potter week. So I stitch with Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs, does a Harry Potter day on the 7th of every month. And I am stitching year 2 of the band sampler. I'm trying to knock that out. So year 2 Frogworts from the Black Needle Society also. This is another digital retreat I do. I feel like this one is July. They're always July. And so I finished the basilet, the snake. I finished that. I also, use your board, Janet. I also popped in, so I finished him. I still had part of his head here to go. This right here has got back stitching on it. It says pipes. I got the camera done, started in on the book. So I still have the sword, finished the book, and the sword to go here, and then this and the words. So I think that I will definitely be getting that finished. I did finish reading the book, listening to it on audio, so I'll be finding where I can watch the movie out on this. So I'll stitch and watch the movie and stitch on it, and that's kind of how I'm like slugging along on it. And then I'll be up to year 3 before year 4 drops. All right, my next piece that I worked on this week, this is like, I don't want to say it's boring because I'm super happy about it. But so this is a chart that I'm going to change. It's called The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. I am using, so I got this in a box at some point in time, and the thread came in a box from the Black Needle Society. The fabric that I'm using though is a Grace Notes fabric, mint mocha, mojo? I don't know how to say that. This is so, like, I'm showing you because I'm super proud of the progress. It's like, I don't know, 500 and some stitches, 600 and some, I don't even know how many stitches off the top of my head. But when I came at you last, I'm gonna pop a picture in, because when I came at you last, I just had part of I got the top row across so I knew how far it was, and part down. So my attack on this, as you can see, it's a bunch of boxes and then a bunch of stitching. But is to get the boxes done. So I'm doing the counting and doing the thing, and then as I get a box done, I come in and I extend the border more. So that's how I'm tackling getting this one prepped so that I can stitch before I jump in. So what I'm changing on this is I'm getting rid of all of these up here. So I'm just gonna have one on the top, and that up there is gonna say Hirschberger, which is my maiden name. And to me, I like the fact of having Hirschberger, which is my maiden name, to go along with the river that flows in you also flows in me, because it's my roots, if that makes sense. So anyway, that is where I got on that piece. So yes, again, I get comments lots of times that my needle's been on fire. I've had a very good stitching week. I don't know, some weeks that are great and some weeks I have appointments and it's not so great, but this week has been great. I just am at a stage in life that I have the time and I'm able to do that. So my next piece I stitched on is Beautiful Things. This is my second whip go for the month of February. This is by Lindy Stitchy. I did not pull my card. Let me see if I got my card in here, because I want to tell you what fabric I stitched on. It's an solo dye from Silk Weaver, so it doesn't have a name, and it's solo, so it's not repeatable. Basically, it's an oops-ish. But this is where I'm at on it. I also stitched on this during my sit and stitch meetup this last weekend, but the blue was what I was doing on my sit and stitch throughout the week. This dark green vine, that leaf and that leaf, or it's not a vine, but a stem, that's the word, is what I got done on it. So as soon as I put that little topper up here, I'm ready for a border that goes here, and this one's done. So this may get moved into my seasonal stitch, my Festive Friday. See where I can get on that for a little bit of spring stitching. I have been thinking about that because it would move it along. I have other Christmas stitching in my queue, but it would I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts before Friday, hopefully, because I have to make that decision for Friday what I'm stitching on. My next piece is my Mill Hill Monday. I am stitching on the Mill Hill Sea Turtle, and this is where I got. I'm going to bring him in closer because I actually got some beading done, if you can see. See how it bumps up. So the dark green around here is beaded, and I feel like there's 3 more bead colors to go in here still. So still more to do on this. Beading takes time, so it's not as progressive. It's not as fast, which is what I'm looking forward to in my Mill Hill. It's not gonna be as fast. My next piece is another Tiny Modernist. It's the Halloween calendar. Athena is stitching this right now and focusing on it super hardcore. I got to number 19. I got more of him done. He should be a finish when I come to you next time. So 19, we're closing in. Slowly but surely, but that's my Wicked Wednesday stitch. I want to show you a piece that came back in the mail to me. So it is one of my whips, but I've been part of the round robin for the Dreaming of round robin. I've enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much, ladies, for the involvement in that. And when my piece came back, it's so beautiful. And I'm going to make a change to this chart because of how it ended up coming back to me. Let me show you the chart. So Dreaming of Sunflowers is the one I chose. And that colors are pretty good, but the colors, I just went with called for colors. And this is where it came back to me. So what I'm thinking about doing is basically bringing it straight up, filling in me stitch whatever's left there. Let me show it to you. I'm going to block my face. Me stitching. I'm showing you my face still because I can't see. Me stitching, so you can kind of, I'm gonna put this down for a minute. I can't do all this, I need more arms. Like I would have to stitch this and this, but bring it down, maybe to here is where it would go, and bring it down. I think that would be kind of cool to like me to stitch on it in the end to wrap it up, and then just finish it off there. I don't know. I really kind of like that idea. So yeah, there's some stitching that I'll have to still do, but it would, I kind of like the idea. And then I do like these other motifs. They're just, I could do it like as a little pillow to sit around or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking on that, but let me know your thoughts on that because I kind of like the idea of stitching that and calling it. So thank you very much again, ladies, for the involvement in that. I feel like that's going to fall. We're moving it. That's going to fall. All right. So that is my stitching for this week. I still have so much more to show you. I am so happy. I got some mail. I got some finishing. I've got, okay, I have non-finishing stuff. I've got things. I'm going to show you my mail that I received first as I'm rearranging so things don't fall. I received, so happy to still receive it, a Christmas card from Janet on here. Thank you very much for Janet. This is homemade. I have to tell you, this ribbon right here is an exact ribbon that I used on my Christmas tree to decorate it a few years ago. So that was kind of cute to see. So thank you very much for that, Janet. Homemade card. I also received from my friend Rebecca on here. She sent me a package from the Tampa area. That is one of our favorite places to go vacation when Jeff and I just like need a little boost of sunshine, which we need. Well, clearly today I've got some sun, but it's cold outside. But she also had some little trinkets and buttons in there, some tea for me, which I look forward to trying. And then she had some winter gear, and I'm so happy. I almost sent this home with Ozzy over the weekend, but I wanted to share. So she sent this tiny little infant hat for Ozzy. Thank you. And a few other hats. I am a huge hat wearer, so thank you very much for that, Rebecca. I appreciate that a lot. So that was basically what I got in the mail as far as cards and stuff. I'm going to pop a picture in here of my sit and stitch that we did this last weekend. That was a lot of fun. We had about 12 people show up. We had to borrow a chair from the car parts place next door for all of us to fit in there, but it was a lot of fun. It was so good to visit and just be around like-minded people. It was a great time. Barb, who turned 80, the owner of the business, she had turned 80 earlier that week. She was like, I love hearing all this. I love seeing all this. So we were welcomed, and that was lovely. I just loved it. It was a great time. So thank you again. I think we're going to, because we're getting kind of big, we're going to like just lock it down to the second Saturday of every month. So March 11th is when we're doing it next month. If you're in the area, come on over and sit and stitch. I have had a couple people reach out to me that they live in Indiana also, and maybe maybe I can get myself down to Always in Stitches and stitch there too. So I'll be looking into that. That wouldn't be once a month, but it would be fun. It'd be fun. And maybe you guys can get something going there too. That would be cool. I'm looking at my notes as I go through so that I don't forget anything. I want to share a couple things that I got. When I was at my Stitch and Sit and Stitch, I purchased these two charts from Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. I got the Pumpkin House and I got the Sunflower House. They're releasing Cinnamon House, and I know that there's 9 in this series also, but I don't know where I saw it, but I saw somebody, the picture of the 9 popped up, and I was like, of this fall series, and I was like, what ones do I like the most? And it was these two and then that cinnamon one. So I'm going to like build a row of houses, the 3 houses, and do it instead of all 9. And I'm probably we're gonna see what I do with, because I've been collecting, thanks to Chris, the ones for the Christmas one, like Christmas cookie, peppermint house, stuff like that. So I may do something like that too. We'll see. But that's where I'm at in regards to something that I picked up. I also would like to let you know that everyone knows, if you've been here for a while, that I'm a huge Kathy, hands-on design, Kathy fan. So when this club came up, I had to jump in. So I'm covering my personal information up, but the box did arrive. This is how it looked. And I did take a peek inside, but I didn't do anything with it yet. So it came wrapped beautifully. And there's things that are included in it. So the floss is included in it, a thread, like it holds my floss. There's a needle minder in here, the things that you need to finish it with, the fabric that I need to stitch it on. This is what the charts look like. I know, glare. But I will be starting those soon-ish. I had my thoughts of when I'm going to start it were kind of skewed because I wanted to make sure that I shared it here, and then I'll get together and figure out when I'm going to start that. So anyway, all that to say, I did jump in on that. I'm excited to be part of that club. So that was a lot of fun to get that first one. I have a couple new starts planned for this week. I'm going to share those with you on Valentine's Day today. I'm in on the new start with Helen D and Cobweb Corner for the Strawberry Fairy. I have this all ready to roll. And then my friend Sarah of Stitching Kingdom, and I are starting a June bug. We're gonna start that on Saturday. So these colors are beautiful when I pull them. It looks beautiful there, but when I pull them, they're even more, they just like are juicy there. I love them. So that's happening. I have a couple other finishes, and then I want to talk to you about just some personal stuff. These finishes are not cross-stitching finishes, so that's it for the cross-stitching. But when I went to Stitch Away, we left before they do what's referred to as a make and take. You hear tap, tap, my German come to see. It's beautiful and sunny out, so she thinks we need to go on a WALK. But anyway, Jenny, my friend Jenny that I met down at Stitch Away, brought this to us so that we could still do the stitch or the make and take. And we basically you glued these in to make it look like a bird's nest. And then we assembled these pins in the order we wanted, crimped the bead there, and it's lovely. So I love Sit This Out. Thank you very much, Jenny, for getting that to us. So my other one, you may have seen this on the socials. I'm not sure where I shared this at, but in 2021 for Thanksgiving weekend, I decided I was going to do a jelly roll race for a quilt. So I'm talking quilting. And so I did it that weekend. My husband would come in and his buddy would come in and be like, what smells so bad? My machine, I was like going so fast, my machine was just getting crazy hot, and it is what it is, but that is what inspired me, encouraged me to get a new machine. So I did buy a new machine, but what I have finished is, I'm going to pop a picture in here, is my quilt. I finished making it a sandwich, and then I quilted on it, and then I binded it, and Then I used it during the Super Bowl, even though it's a fall blanket, I didn't care. Football's in the fall. So anyway, I just wanted to share. I'm happy, proud, excited about all the things for this. And it is a lovely, lovely quilt. And it's not a rabbit hole that I plan on jumping in like my stitching. But I have said many a times, like, to have the knowledge so that I can make quilts for grandbabies or a few different ones for seasonally. That would be just fun to be able to wrap in. I usually sit with a blanket around me when I'm on the couch. So anyway, and I know this will sound sad, but it is what it is, that when I'm long gone, and if these quilts survive, because I don't want these to be showpieces, I want these to be loved on and used, you can wrap yourself in some love that I had left. So it's just something I want to leave some for the family. So anyway, hobby, I'm venturing down and making a few of these lovely quilts. So with that, I want to tell you also about other weekend activities. I took Gabby on a walk, and when I took her on that walk, as I rounded onto, we have a 1.25 mile lap next to us. When I rounded onto the lap, onto the track, up in the sky, I saw that bald eagle that I'm showing you right now. That is the only second in my life bald eagle that I've seen. I saw one before when I was driving down the road. Of course, I couldn't get a picture of that, but I recorded that video and then I screenshotted that picture to share. That was lovely to be able to do on Sunday. Sunday was packed full of all kinds of things, activities. That was just a glorious, beautiful day. So I wanted to share that with you. And I can't leave this video without sharing that my grandbaby Ozzy turned 2 months old this last week. So my daughter takes these beautiful pictures and allows me to share them on here. So here is Ozzy as a 2-month-old, and she is growing and getting so big. Lizzie gets like super sad, but it is what it is. Oh my gosh, if you're still here, oh, I forget who it was. I had somebody ask me for the conversion for my Baby Is Cold Outside. I'm gonna put a picture in here of what that conversion is. It is with My Life with Miss Sassy. I hope she is still stitching. She does not have anything on social media since like 21, but she does beautiful stitching and beautiful conversions. So I am very happy to share that and send you over also to her Instagram channel, My Life with Miss Sassy, if you want to look for some other conversions of things she may have done. But, oh, I hope that you are sticking around for that. All right, with that, I'm going to get out of here to get you moving on to the next floss tuber that you can visit with and enjoy. So thank you, as always, for choosing to spend some time with me. I love our little vibe here. Gabby, don't hit. My friend Athena said that Gabby doesn't get spotlighted so much. And someone else mentioned that when Opie is being a little stinker, that he's just talking to the other animals in the neighborhood. So that's a cute way to like repurpose my brain when he starts yipping. He's just talking to the other animals, but they're just outside. So, all right, see, you can clearly tell I just don't want to get off of here, but I have to. I'm going to let you go to get on to your next floss tuber to watch. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your time. Thank you again for coming to watch. So keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.